To hold this European capital on the banks of the Danube lit the spark for most of Western intellectual and cultural life in the 20th century may sound like an absurdly extravagant claim. Yet this is the flame that runs through my book. While students, politicians, and thinkers feel they must study the rise to power by America in the 20th century as a proxy for understanding modern global history, I would contend that they should be reserving some of their energy for Vienna, or at least the vibrant, radical, extraordinary iteration of the city that was eventually crushed by the rise of fascism in the 1930s. Post-war Western history is often considered in terms of the Americanization of European politics and culture, as the principal victor of the Second World War exerted its freshly minted hard and soft powers. But this book argues for a new perspective on the currents of transatlantic influence. Often, the Americans were merely recycling ideas that had originated in Europe back to Europeans, and the Viennese were the most striking contributors to this intellectual back and forth. This aspect of the creation of an Atlantic community is only now being explored by writers and scholars. Certainly, the American century, as declared by the journalist Henry Luce in 1941, was by no means the one-way street that is often depicted. In truth, no one who has looked closely can challenge the reality of Viennese influence across an astonishingly wide range of intellectual and cultural production, from nuclear fission to shopping malls, from psychoanalysis to the fitted kitchen. The argument, surely, is only one of degree. Other scholars have explored select elements of this phenomenon, but my book sets out to chronicle the city's impact on the West across the full range of human endeavour for the first time. Furthermore, it is worth remembering that this story is about a city shaping the modern world, rather than a country or an empire. And not even a large city at that. You can still traverse its main cultural quarter, the First District, in half an hour at a brisk pace. Chronicling Vienna's extraordinarily talented men and women also leads us straight to the roots of so many contemporary global issues. For as well as producing some of the era's most enlightened and humane people and ideas, Vienna was unique in also producing some of the most pernicious and destructive pathologies in modern history. Nazism, organized anti-Semitism, and extreme ethno-nationalism. In the end, the city crumbled under the weight of its own contradictions, and I follow both tempers, the constructive and the destructive, in this book. These are the essential contradictions of our own era,